Bozon, you're retarded. You really are. You're retarded. You don't listen. You just made that up because some detractor said it. What I said this morning was, when you guys supported me for the last 8 months and you upped your level of support and we hit so many goals, what did I do? I increased the amount of content I was making. I improved the content I was making visually, audio, setup, everything. We branched out, played brand new games. We started doing new things, playing on keyboard and mouse, doing indie games, all this stuff. Just because you guys supported me, I improved my content dramatically. That's what I said. And then I said, what happens when you flood Kino Casino with contributions? They take time off. They literally stream less. That's what I said. So you can spin it how you want, but that's not what I said. You're an idiot, okay? You're a fucking moron. Okay, I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Hello, and welcome to James, the Less Express Lane, where we get you in and out as fast as possible with... DSP has a lot going on every single fucking day. There's a bird apparently being heard, which he could have said, well, guys, it's spring, I have my window open, of course you're hearing songbirds. But he doesn't. And that is what makes everyone think, oh, he's got a canary or something, which is against HOA rules.
I'll say this.
I will get to that eventually, but first let's get this.
Basically, what I'm seeing, all right, is very simple. On Kick. On Kick, there are some viewers who genuinely like me and are checking out the content, and they came from Kino Casino, but they still like my content, so they've stuck around. There are some viewers that are kind of in the middle. They like Kino, maybe they like me, and
no one likes you.
They're kind of like, okay, sometimes I like this, sometimes I like that, and that's cool too. But what's also happening in the Kick chat is there are the holdovers who are 100% diehard simps of Kino Casino, and they're just sitting there trying to have their good old boys club every night. They act out, they have underhanded, snide, backstabbing remarks, and then when they get moderated, they sit there and they whine and complain, why is my friend moderated? Because they're an asshole.
King of the assholes, calling other people assholes. Imagine that.
Because they're not here to enjoy and be positive and have fun. They're here to basically be toxic. And that needs to be weeded out, and it will be weeded out over time. Okay? So rest assured, the whole Kick thing is not going to be a problem very soon, because these people will be weeded out who are acting like assholes and bad actors. I am very open to anyone who actually likes my content and wants to hang out and be positive.
And be positive, i.e. give you money.
Positive. If they want to support it, thank you. But that's not going to be people just sitting there just to crap and dump on the content. I don't need you. Really,
You kind of do, though, to keep your numbers up.
Don't. You're not constructive. You're just wasting time. You're wasting a seat. Get out and clear it out for somebody else.
He's got, verified on Kick, so I think that means ad revenue, which means more people there, the more ad revenue you get. Even if none of them ever super chatted, or super stickered, or hit the thumbs up over on YouTube, can you imagine the hundreds, not thousands of people he's banned over there, that if all they did was sit there, an ad pops up, oh no, they have YouTube Premium. Guys, this was a great stream. I made an extra $30 every stream. Well, gee, an extra $30 every stream, $60 a day, 6 days a week. Huh, that tends to add up real quick. Instead, just like on Kick, bans them all. But now, let's get to the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's the word. Alright guys, I had the video volume cranked up as high as possible. Do you hear the bird?
Anyone had ever picked up a controller to see how it played. But I'm here to tell you folks that I put all of that aside. I didn't care about the protagonists or any of that. What I wanted to do is I wanted to act.
Did you hear the bird? Let's watch again.
Anyone had ever picked up a controller to see how it played. But I'm here to tell you folks that I put all of that aside. I didn't care about the protagonists or any of that. What I wanted to do is I wanted to
actually play the game, guys, as long as you gave me money for it. Now, there's another video. In this one, after he says the word right.
So you gotta, you just might have to be tricky trying to find the right one, right? Right one, right? Trying to find the 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 right one, right?
I'll try and slow that down using Vegas Pro 14. You guys let me know. But now, on with the rest of the video. Remember, guys, Bird. The bird's the word.
I don't have a bird in the other room. This is some moronic detractor meme. I'm telling you, it's the kids next door. In fact, they're outside playing right now, and you might catch them again on the mic.
No, it was not a kid screaming. Also, if the window's open and it's spring, just say it was an outside bird. That's all you had to do was say it's an outside bird.
They're literally outside playing, and that kid screams, and you might be able to hear it on the mic again tonight, except I have my fans on tonight, so maybe it won't pick up. I don't know. There's idiotic people. Show you the room? You want to see the room? Hold on. Sure. I can actually do that. Ready?
They said show you the other room that you claim does not have a bird in it, jackass.
So here I am. Here's the room. Here's my setup. Look at that. There's the door. Closed.
Gotta make sure no one hears the bird from the other room now.
This is the cool thing about this setup. I have a camera. I can actually, like, aim now. See? There's the TV. There's the door. There's the lighting. Look at this. There's the backdrop. There's me. Continuing to the right. There's the setup. Goes all the way over to my lighting, my cameras, my other webcam. All the way to the other side of the room. See that? There's the window that's opened right there, which I was telling you about. And
all you had to do was say it was an outside bird.
The neighbors are outside playing right now. And there's all the lighting going on. And there's my air conditioner, which I haven't installed yet, right there. Very exciting stuff, huh? I can actually do this stuff now. See? I can actually show you guys the whole setup because I have all the technology, man.
Has all the technology, but it doesn't have the ability to say, guys, it's spring. The window's open. There's a songbird from outside. These detractors are morons. That's all he had to say. But he didn't. This makes me think he's got a bird. And doesn't want the HOA to find out. Now that we've covered the bird stuff, which, again, I've listened closely. I don't know if I can actually hear anything. But the fact that DSP didn't just say, guys, it's spring. There's birds outside my window. The window's open. Of course you're hearing birds. Makes me think, oh yeah, he's got birds. Now, on to, guys, I have better work ethic than Kino Casino because I'm here begging 6 days a week. You know why they don't go on stream begging 6 days a week? Because they don't have to. They show up, they stream, they disappear for a few days because they can.
Did you notice something about the difference between the work ethic of myself and Kino Casino? Did you ever notice the big difference? That I'm here 6 days a week streaming full time, busting my ass, putting out content constantly for an audience, and they stream 3 times a week, not even a full day, and then they take tons of time off, and then they're constantly on vacation, and then they cancel shows, and then they're late. Do you ever...
Again, DSP, they're able to take vacations because they make the money. They don't also turn around and give it all to WWE champions. The one stream that they did covering you, they made more money during that stream than you make in a month. Alright, maybe not that much, but they made a lot of money. And they never begged. Not once did they beg. When Iron Chef Sakai showed up and dropped 25 subs, like, oh, come on, Iron Chef Sakai, you know you want to give us 100. That's not begging. That's being entertaining. That's like, oh, Iron Chef Sakai is known for dropping a bunch of subs. So come on, Iron Chef Sakai, you don't want to be pussy, do you? You know you want to give us 100 subs.
Notice that? Do you want to know why that is? Because you guys simp for them.
Remember, anyone gives money to anyone else, like Strangely Lex or Kino Casino, you're a simp. You're an idiot. You give him money, you're just being a good American patriot.
That's why. Because you simp for the casino, you enable them to have that kind of shitty work ethic. You understand? If you didn't simp for them every stream and throw them thousands of dollars for simply turning the stream on.
But that's what you want. You literally demand money just for turning the stream on. Come on, guys. The podcast is almost over and I'm not at $10,000. What's going on?
They would have to work. And they would have...
You mean like you would have to work?
To work more. And they would have to work harder. And they would have to have better events rather than just the same old shtick. They would actually have to innovate instead of just doing the same thing every time they turn on their fucking stream.
They did innovate. They made fun of you for 8 months.
Do you get it? They'd have to work more than 3 times a week. Wow, what a novel concept. You'd get more content if you didn't simp out as much. Me, I bust my ass because I'm the blue collar dude who
You're not blue collar. You're not even white collar. You're pop collar. Look at that. Shut the fuck up.
never had giant popularity. I always was the underdog
You were big on YouTube when it first started because you're the only one spamming 10-minute videos 100 times a day.
on YouTube. I always did things differently. I didn't get the sponsorships. I didn't get the ball suckers. I didn't get any of that. So I've always had to break my back to make a living.
Oh, you didn't get any sponsorships? I got the chair guy, so it doesn't matter.
Now here I am 17 years later, and I still break my back to make a living, but I'm happy and I get to make content.
Break his back. He sits there and plays video games. Sometimes. Other times, he's just crying and begging and eating. He eats and drinks alcohol. How is that breaking your back?
That I like, and I don't have anyone simping for me, quite frankly.
Only iced coffee, anyone? Really? Brightside Viking? Emerald 7? King Tut?
Or I don't. I get people who are regulars who come by, but there's no one
Oh yeah, Derek.
here who's like, oh, Phil turned on the stream. Here's $1,000 just because. If you guys would stop fucking simping, they would actually have to work hard. They don't right now because you keep giving them everything for nothing. So if you're like, man, I hate it when the casino goes on a vacation after vacation after vacation after vacation, you're the one who's giving them the vacation.
Guys, I haven't taken a vacation since I flew to mommy's house and got married to my horse. That means I'm a hard worker. Because who's on vacation right now? This guy. Let's see, anime marathon, working on a farm, streaming, making videos, watching anime. Would have been golf involved on Saturday, but the weather went from, oh yeah, it's going to be 65 and sunny to it might be 30 and sleet. Like, yeah, we're going to cancel that.
Don't you get that? It's your reason that they're doing that. If you didn't give them so much for so little, then they would have to work.
You're not even working right now. You're just sitting there and bitching.
It's called cause and effect. It's
Yes, DSP, you cry and beg and bitch and then ban half the internet. I don't get it, guys. I used to be able to break 500 live viewers easily. Now you struggle to get 200. What's going on? Because you banned the internet. Dumbass. With that, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.